Hello, Shimmerz friends. This is Simone, and today I am here with a new layout that I created with the Shimmerz paints. And I especially focused on, no, I didn't. I thought I was only using Shimmerz. But what I did is I cut out a cut file from Paige Evans. She shares, I don't know if it's weekly or monthly, not monthly, that would only be some, but she shares a lot of free cut files in her Facebook group. I think it is called Paige Evans Scrappy Happy Place, something like that. So if you're on Facebook and you're not in the group and you want to be in there, search for Paige Evans. You will definitely find it. That cut file worked perfectly with the August Cocoa Daisy kits. They are called Back Porch, and unfortunately, they're now completely sold out. But they had so many amazing star themed, night themed things included that I decided I was just trying to use them all. And this definitely, if you have been watching me scrapbooking and my channel for a while, you know that me using a doily is a first. And I am now even using this really, really dark one. So the background paper is a very lightly patterned paper, and I think that's at least what I saw from the close-up photos. It is a color gradient. It goes from orange to a purple. I picked this photo of my son, and it doesn't really say much to you when you look at it. Right now, he was doing a puzzle, I don't know, in the winter after his birthday sometime, and he wore his pajamas, which were shorts and a shirt, and it was really cold. And so I wear those. What are those? Socks without feet? I don't really know what they're called in English. In German, we call them Stulpen. And I have those, and I usually wear those when I go to sleep at night in the winter when it's cold because I don't really like when my feet are covered completely. So having them open on the other end is great. And he loves them. And he wanted a pair for himself. So that's exactly what he got. And yeah, that's my son. He wears whatever he wants. He never thinks about what other people think. And that's what I'm documenting. So you saw me go through several different packs of die cuts and things. I decided, as you saw, that I didn't like the way the cut file looked on the background. It was way too busy. So I decided to back it with a dark colored pattern paper. And that one that I chose, that is from Dear Lizzie, it's not Stargazer, the one that she brought out in the spring of 2017. I still had that pattern paper left. It's like holographic words printed in, and it looks really stunning. I never had a use for it, but this was perfect. And just before I went through my sketchbook where I usually sample all the new Shimmerz colors that I receive in my package, so that I see what the colors actually look like, and it helps me decide which colors to use. So I will list all the colors that I use in the description box below and also in the blog post that accompanies this video. Um, I used blues, purples, uh, all of these dark colors so that my the rest of my photos would pop from the background. Um, and I mixed them, and I used the smushing technique, and you can see me spritz the colors onto the packaging on the side there. And since it's not that far away from the paper, there will be really teeny tiny flecks of color on the bottom right side of the layout, which doesn't bother me at all. Yeah, And that is exactly what I'm doing. I'm smushing on the color, and I'm also using my paintbrush to add color. And when I think I'm done and this is like dark and there's so much color on there, then I'll go and check with my photo and my, as you can see here, the die cuts that I chose that might work. I'm not going to use all of them, but some. I had thought of using some kind of vellum or in the background of the photo, but totally forgot that this would have been perfect to use. What is it? Tissue paper, white tissue paper, for example. That would have been really great. But I had the white cardstock laying around from the cut file, and so I decided that's okay too. It really works. There is so much noise, color going on in the background that having light cardstocks or pattern papers and just the white cardstock totally works fine. And you saw me, I just used one layer of white cardstock that I ripped, and then I backed it with it's an off-white, but it's not creamish, it's more grayish, and there is gray text printed on, which I didn't really care what it said. It just worked as a pattern. And I just cut around I left a very small edge and as a border, and that's that. And now I'm trying to build my layers using all the die cuts that I have and seeing which ones will work and which ones don't. I want to nestle in the photo into the rounded shape of the moon. And as you saw, it even though there's so much color on there, everything will be covered up by the photo and the cut file. And so I'm just going to add even more. So that's what I usually hear Missy Whiddon say, but this time it was so obvious here, is that when you think it's not, it's you're done, this is so much, you won't be able to make a layout from this, then you're not even half there. So what else am I going to do? Yes, so that's what I think I might do. And now I decide I will definitely raise the moon. And so I just pulled out some adhesive backed foam. This is craft foam that I ordered from Amazon. I don't know if we have everyone always says they get this at Walmart. I don't know even if we have a Walmart here that has all of these selections. The only thing we have is Walmart neighborhood markets, and they only have groceries. So I just order them from Amazon and they get here, and I don't have to go someplace and check the stores out if they actually have that. And it's cheap and works for my purposes. So yeah. And I'm actually only on my second sheet, so I guess it will be years until I need another pack, because I think it comes with 40 pages. It's not paper. Yeah, so you saw me laying out the die cuts on there, and I thought they looked good, so I committed to them, and I decided, yes, I'm going to do this. Now, I have been mainly using the Cocoa Daisy kits just because I get them every month, and why shouldn't I use them? And the classified kit usually isn't all exclusive. There's a product from other manufacturers included, and they had these Pink Fresh Studio denim die cuts, foiled die cuts with gold included, but they were so blue. It doesn't even come out in the videos that much, but they are so blue, and I loved them for the gold, but I didn't like the blue, so I decided I would just try and see what it looks like if I used the mixture that I still had on my packaging from the packaging technique on my background to use my my paintbrush and just color it in. And it worked really great. And so I'm going to use another die cut because I want to have gold on more than just one place, even though the one that I can't read it right now, that's on the top right corner, that is the one that I really like. And because I had just covered the gold with my color, I'm going to rub it off with my towel here. And you just saw me compare the original color of the denim die cut with the one that I created, and I love it so much more. Since the paper has buckled immensely, and I don't know, it happens to me whether I use a heat gun or not. So I don't know why this happens to me so often. I just used books and placed them on top of it after I was done, so I would be able to take a decent photo of the layout. And now I'm struggling with the gold thread again. This was the perfect layout to add gold thread and those thread balls, but I can't do it. I really have to try and use another colored thread and find out if it's only the metallic thread that is causing so much trouble for me, or if I should just give up and not use thread on my layouts, because that's ridiculous. I mean, you can't even see the thread. It's everywhere. I glued down the moon die cut so well that I couldn't lift it to put it underneath. And yeah. And here I struggle with these die cuts so much. I'm not sure if they peel off and are sticky backed or not, or if because I colored them in, they are not, the stickiness doesn't come off. I was absolutely, because they were so flimsy after the paper was gone, but the paper is so stiff, so I wouldn't even want to use them on the layout with it, if that makes sense. So if you have used them and you know how they work, please let me know in the comments. I would so love to know. Now, okay, I have done the layouts this far and I love it, but I need a title because I love titles, and I think this is what makes a layout unique, having a title. And it also helps me with my journaling. When I know what I want to say with the title, then I also know what the journaling is supposed to say. And so I'm choosing the German word for unique, which is quite a bit longer than unique. Maybe I should have just chosen unique, because this brings me to the rest of my layout. The word is called Einzigartig, and you can divide the word into Einzig and Artig, and that's exactly what I wanted to do. But I didn't have any letters that would complement the gold glitter thickers that I chose for my title. And so instead of trying to find a font that I didn't really like, that I wouldn't be working on this layout, I decided to spell out the word Einzigartig with the gold glitter thickers, which then led to a very write heavy layout. And I didn't want this. So what I decided to do was to move the layout further to the center by cutting off a strip on the right and left side and backing it with another patterned paper. And I really truly love having accidents like this because sometimes these accidents result in better layouts than before, which is exactly what happened right here. I so sorry for interrupting this amazing voiceover, but my son, this exact son who is so unique, just texted me from school. I think he's at lunch. He got a locker and he's so excited. And the second message was, but then my backpack got stuck inside my lunch. And he is the cutest because he sends me text messages every day after school. And I love it. And I love that my kids are so different to each other because my older one never sends text messages. So I backed part of the layout and added a strip to the right side. So now it's a lot much better balanced. Oh my gosh, I can't speak English. It's balanced better, and I love what the strip on the right side adds to this layout. And now I'm adding some gold splatters, and I think I used two different ones because I didn't really know which one I liked better. And I used the Vibez or Spritz Glorious Day, and then the Inklingz 9er 49ers, I think. Then I'm adding my journaling, and then I'm calling this layout done. And whew, this is the first layout that I created after my summer break, which was a long time, almost 2 months. And I was so afraid of going back and creating because I thought I had completely forgotten what I was doing. And this turned out better than anything I had done before. Oh man, this was so much fun. Here are some close-ups. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for joining me today. Let me know in the comments below, do you struggle with getting back into the routine and swing of things? Do you scrap during the summers when your kids are on vacation? I definitely don't, and I enjoy having that time to myself again. If you decide to purchase from the Shimmerz store, don't forget to add my name in the comments on checkout because you will get a little surprise paint. Yeah, that's it. Thank you so much for watching. I hope to see you next time.